Oh, Justin, how you doing? Aiden, Mateo, how you doing? Hope everybody's having a good day.
And that's on. Let's see. Working there. Waiting for YouTube to fire up still. And I think we are live. There we go.
Nice.
Good. What's going on, folks? Good to see
Heyo.
you guys. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome into the Farm Sim Show once again. Got myself, DJ, of course. And let's see, which hand is it? Down here. There we go. Glen, Okused Mods is hanging out with us today. We're gonna be talking about everything. Well, old school modding, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Guess so.
All right, Fred. Sounds good. Let me make one quick change here, and we'll fire this up. It's not podcasts and talk shows. No. We're good to go.
Oh no, wait! Did I just accidentally put Trucker Matsy in timeout? Sorry.
Oh, that's too bad. That's really too bad.
That is
Was meant to be.
all right. Well, Trucker Matsy, you're a moderator over there now, but you got 5 minutes to big. You know what you did. My bad.
What happens when you do something live, right? It's too bad.
Live's
Super
my
crazy.
favorite.
Welcome in, guys. Good to see you guys. Thanks for joining us today. We're going to be chatting with Glen for a bit today. We got some new mods to talk about and look at. And well, if you guys have any questions, of course, you know what? Drop them in the chat. We're here to talk with you guys. And yeah, we'll see what Glen has to say about modding in Farming Sim 22. Maybe. We'll see.
Maybe. And if you guys are all over the world, you could watch us today. I'm streaming on my second YouTube channel, GoHam Gear. We're also streaming on Facebook. Klutch, where are you streaming at today?
Twitch, Facebook, and of course, YouTube.
Yeah. Glenn, you streaming today with us?
What was that? Yeah, I guess I'll give it a try.
Let's go. So today we have all kinds of stuff to talk about. Like you said, we're going to talk about mods. I have top 6, and sometimes we've had useless mods, right?
No, we haven't, have we?
Just a couple times.
Are you going to get modders to yell at us again?
Just me. They didn't mention you one time.
Perfect.
Today we have the opposite of a useless mod. It's cool. You don't need it, but it's so cool. It does nothing.
Perfect. My kind
And
of
that's
mod.
all I got. Should we run it?
Yeah, we might as well run it, I guess. Shall we? Let's go. Where is it?
Come
on, DJ, sing it.
We need to get a new guy to do that. Yeah, this guy, man, he is terrible every week. Whoever's singing that.
He's not too bad.
LG, I feel bad for Glenn. Yup.
Sorry, Glenn, but you
Wish me
agreed to
luck.
this, my friend. You agreed to this.
Best part of the Farm Sim Show. Okay.
Is
I
it really the best? I don't know about that, but yeah, I think it's pretty close.
I think the second time we do it's the best. The first one's 100% the worst.
it goes from best to worst that close. All right. Well, hey, who am I to judge?
There you go. Well, let's talk a little bit about who Glenn from Okused Mods is and what does he do? Who are you? What do you do?
I'm Glen. I make old school mods for Farm Sim 19 right now. I just enjoy making the older stuff, getting it out there. That's why I started modding.
So where do you post all your stuff on Facebook? That's basically where you got everything started from, right? It's from a Facebook page. Is that correct?
Yep, everything's on Facebook. I started actually just posting an Expandables website when I first started, and then ended up April of last year doing my own page. And so I always post just there, exactly right there, or the Mod Network, and very, very rarely I'll post on King Mods.
Okay, sweet.
Mm-hmm.
So what started all this off? Like, you haven't been doing this for all that long. Like you said, about a year. Is that right?
Yeah, right around I started like February of 2020.
February 2020. Wow. And what was the catalyst to start all this off?
I wanted older trucks on my farm and kind of that old worn out look, and I couldn't find much of it. And I think most of that stuff had been in 17, but I had never played 17, and just wanted to bring some of that to 19. So that's when I started doing like the rusty trailers and rusty trucks and things like that.
Yep.
So I think I'm the only modder to ever put a truck in game that would backfire when you shut it off.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
That's pretty cool.
That's hilarious.
That's awesome.
So you started doing like the old school vehicles. Now you've also moved into like buildings, of course, as well. Like, I think, well, we all know somebody's building was pretty much done by you. But
Yeah.
what was that? What started that off? I think was the gas station that started it off, or was there something else?
I did the tire shop was the first one. Okay,
was it really?
Okay Tires, yeah.
Yeah.
And that was just basically I used pieces from different kits, or not kits, but just like wall pieces, and put it all together to make one working tire shop, and then threw lifts in it. And that was kind of what started me off on making placeable mods.
Oh, that's cool.
And from there, I think it might have been your shop with Elk Mountain. We put that together, yeah. And then it went on to the gas station and just little metal buildings and things here and there.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
So you've definitely made some changes. Now, I mean, I was talking about this before the stream, and I think you've always, like, you put stuff together, you've posted it out there, and some of it was you're like, well, you know what, this mod here, it looks good from far, but if you get up closer to the interior, you're like, well, it's not really done on the interior yet.
Mm-hmm.
There's been a distinct change lately, I found, especially with, like, we were talking about this with the Ranchero that came out 2 weeks ago now. What was
something like that?
Has it just been you getting used to how everything runs now, and you're like, oh, this is getting easier for you? Find is everything just starting to flow now?
Well, yeah, progressively just getting better, learning new things. Every mod, I feel like I learned something else that was new.
Yeah.
Of course, I feel like I relearn how to mod every time I release a mod.
Yeah.
So the 57 Ranchero, that was a special mod to me. A lot of my mods have stories, like why I build them. So the Ranchero, I built my grandfather. He had one for years. And so I just wanted to build one like his, and then I had a custom modeler do the 3D modeling of it, and then I just in-gamed it. So that one probably spent quite a bit more time on than most of the earlier ones. But like I said, as you advance in how to mod and learn how to mod a little bit better each time, you get better interiors and better mods all around.
There we go. There's the Ranchero right there. I've been using this thing a ton. For those who've been on my channel at all, DJ, you need to try this car. It's too much. Or is it a car? Glenn, what is it? Is it a truck or a car?
The truck car.
Hey, I think I called the Camino a car truck whenever I was little. Still on.
Yeah, the Camino. Yeah. So I don't know. I was really impressed with this one. I've come to you, like, I came to use a lot of the older stuff that you were putting out. I'm like, oh, this is cool, as long as I don't go too close into detail. But the Ranchero especially, I'm like I want to be getting into the vehicle all the time. It's like, the door opens up, you get inside, the dash is authentic. I mean, it's got that linear dash gauge on the front for your speedo that actually works. I'm like, oh, this is so cool.
Yeah, the sweeping speedometer.
Yeah, is that what it's called? Sweeping speedometer? There we go.
Yeah, sweeping. Yeah.
Man, I don't even know how those work in real life, let alone how it would work in a game.
To me, it's easier in real life than the game.
Fair enough. Speaking of real life versus game, you say you just started making mods about a year ago? Is that right?
Yeah, so I had entered just playing the game December of 2019. And then around February, I started just tinkering with different mods. And then by April, I opened up my page and started releasing mods. I just kind of focused on trying to release mods that didn't have any errors or any things that would affect actual gameplay.
Okay.
So did you have any experience before making mods? Like, did you jump in and you're like, yeah, I know how to do this. I'll try it in this game. Or was it just boom from scratch?
No, it was from scratch. I think the biggest mistake a lot of people make when they're trying to get into modding is just posting to a Facebook page saying, hey, how do I mod? Because it just shows most modders that you haven't given any thought or even looked into modding at all. So what I started doing was just looking at, I started doing wheel swaps and edits. So like my first few mods I released were just basically edits where I put old-fashioned wheels on an older truck that might have had like 22-inch chrome wheels. And then that's how I got started. Then slowly learned how to use Blender, and then that's what kind of launched into building mods from scratch forward. But before that, I had never done any kind of modding on any video game.
Oh, wow. So this is all completely brand new to you.
Yeah.
More or less. Newish.
Yeah. Newish. Yeah. Pretty new for a modder, I guess you'd say.
Yeah.
Now, 19.
I will say there are a lot of people that want to be modders and they want to change the way their favorite mod looks and things like that. Is there anything, so you spoke with, or you talked about just replacing the wheels. How easy is something like that to do with no knowledge at all? Is there a certain program you need, or can you do it in XMLs?
Well, for that, you're basically going to need something to unzip the files, which would be like 7-zip is what I use.
Yep. 7-zip and RAR. Yeah,
and then you're going to need Giants Editor, which you can get right from the Giants. I forget what it's called. Their main like Giants page. You can actually go in and download it, and that'll allow you to open up the mod in there. And then from there, it's really just a matter of if you say you see a truck with wheels you really like, you could open up both those, grab those wheels, bring them over. But definitely watching YouTube videos. I think Iconic has some great tutorials on how to change wheels on vehicles. And on my Facebook page, I actually have a list of a few tutorials that I had watched that really started me in modding.
That's awesome. That's cool. I do have a question actually over from chat here. Dairyland Farms is asking, do you have a programming or tech background at all?
No, not at all. Really? Before this, just playing video games on the computer is about it.
That's it.
Sims 2 was probably my all-time favorite computer game. Other than that, I didn't really do much on a computer. So.
Really? I'm completely blown away. So farming. So did you play much Farming Sim before you got into modding it?
Well, like I said, I played it for maybe a month and a half before I started to say, well, I don't like the color of that building. So then I'd go in and figure out how to change the color of a building. So like I had a farmyard within the first month of buildings that matched like the color of my house in real life, you know. So I didn't play much Farm Sim before I started tinkering with it.
That was the Sims 2 happening right there, wasn't it? You were looking at like, well, I want this to be more like Sims 2. I want to change the color of my buildings to be closer to real life.
Exactly. I want placeable furniture and make the Farm Sim so much nicer.
That's awesome, man. This is good. This is good because this is like we always have people that jump into chat here and always talk about, well, what is it? How do I get into modding? Who do I talk to about getting into modding? So having someone that started from pretty much scratch, like really. Just looking at this and like, well, I want to figure out how to do some of this stuff on your own without having a background in it. This is cool to talk to you about this kind of stuff because literally the way we've seen, like, what was your very first mod that you posted? You remember?
It was either the 65 or 66 Chevy pickup truck that I had just swapped the wheels, or the 58 Chevy Apache with different wheels.
Oh, the Apache.
One of those.
That one. Yeah. So you just swapped the wheels on it basically on that one. Just a very simple edit then almost, right?
Yeah, very simple edits. And then also another thing that happens as you start modding is you realize that edits step on a lot of toes, which is why I've moved away from a lot of edits. But like I always tell people all the time, they'll contact me like, hey, can I edit your mod? I'm like, go ahead, because that's the pathway to get a new modder in the community. If you kind of nurture that beginning where they're just working on edits, that person might become, the next 82 studios doing tutorials themselves and showing how to mod.
Speaking of Glenn, if you look on mine, I think you've got a fan.
He's there. Speaking of which, he just happened to chat in.
Yeah, I've asked him many questions. Yeah,
he's A2 Studio is a very interesting person. He's shown me kind of the inside of the modding world as well, because he's been so helpful and so kind on the outside, especially to myself and the community as well. But you kind of see the back door of things, and like, people that may take a mod or maybe may make an edit of something that they didn't ask for permission. Then they try and release it. Yeah. And then they try and take all the
full credit, right?
Yeah.
And there's,
but
I don't know.
But I've never seen him say no if someone's just said, "Hey, can I use this? Can I borrow this? Can I use this type of thing?"
It's all about the right way of going through the process, right?
Yeah.
And collaborating.
He wants to work with you. Yeah. I did have one person ask, I think we talked about this pre-show, why haven't you released anything for Mod Hub yet for console?
Honestly, it's a matter of learning how to do the specular maps for the wear and dirt, and then also just getting the mods low enough poly count to be accepted. When I did that lizard step van, I did just like a regular box van.
Yep.
I went into that kind of thinking, maybe I'll put it in the, submit it for the Mod Hub, but I never really got around to it. So it's just a matter of more programs I'd have to learn to make that next step.
Yeah. But there are a lot of people watching right now that I've tried to explain what polygons do and what polycount is 1,000 times in your words, because evidently mine aren't working. What is polycount and why does it have to be low?
Well, I know there's different game engines that will allow higher polycount. But basically, polycount, the way I understand it, because I'm not the most brilliant person in the world when it comes to modding, is just a lot of times they'll make a square. I'll explain it kind of simple. Like they'll make a square, one patch, and in that square, it might be subdivided into 10,000 squares. So that's definitely, I'm not explaining that too well, but basically you'll have a model that they'll try and put too much detail in, and that detail comes at a cost with as far as extra polys. I can't explain it as well as I can think it in my head, but
because it's all different like each face almost on your models, they'll have a different angle to it, and that all counts towards like you see if you bring up your wireframes on everything essentially, right? The less wireframes you essentially have through that for each of your different faces, my understanding at least, is going to shrink your size down, of course, right?
Exactly. So like anytime you see a truck or a car or a tractor in the game and it has a curve on it, well, that curve is made up of a lot of different faces, and that each one of those faces adds up. So if you have a mod with tons of little ins and outs around headlights and around the trunk or the the roof, you're going to get lots of higher polycount on those.
So just the Tesla truck, and we should be good then, since it's just like 6 faces and everyone's good to go. I like that.
Yeah.
Actually, you might not even know this because I know you haven't done anything with the Mod Hub yet. Is there? Does anybody in chat even know this? Is there like a set number? Like, what's the size limit to go into the Mod Hub?
I want to say there is
250.
It's somewhere around there. Also, A2 Studios says collab.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, I'm getting ready for a wedding here, so I haven't been modding a whole lot. So we'll see. But I might hit you up, David.
You getting married, or you DJing one?
I'm getting married. I'll get you to DJ.
Hey, I don't have any more speakers. I can't do it.
Somebody's getting out of that
states too.
Somebody's getting out of that gig.
Yep. Speaking of microphones behind you, we never finished this conversation. Talk to me. What you got microphones up there for? Yeah.
Well, I do a lot of, like Klutch knows, on YouTube. I'm known as Guitar Nerd. A lot of people call me Guitar Nerd, but I've played guitar since I was a little kid.
Word.
And this is kind of like my, office / recording studio.
Yeah.
So I saw those one time at the store and thought they were pretty cool, so I hung them up. But you can't see it out of screen, but I have a whole bunch of guitars and stuff over here as well. And
you should definitely point your camera around the room so we can see. Just for proof. I know you can do it. Come on.
Oh,
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Man.
This is a nice studio. Look, he's got like the big couch back there. I'm a little jelly.
I'm getting some ideas.
Got a cajon over there, my box amp.
That's so good.
Harmonica, cowbell. That's probably what your intro song needs a little bit more of.
We definitely need more cowbell.
I have one over there.
All right, quick. You didn't even tell me this.
For people, I was about to say he's like he's got guitars behind him. What's your go-to microphone for a guitar amp? I know you're gonna say, well, it depends on what it is. No, what is it?
Honestly, actually, lately it's just an iPhone goofing around practicing. But I do a lot of.
I agree.
Yeah, I have a I forget the name of it, but I have a front plate that I can plug right into. But I have a tube preamp and everything that I go to before that.
So you basically run line.
I do. I run line because I do a lot of acoustic stuff.
Nice.
So
I didn't know if you were a Sennheiser 609 guy or a Shure SM57 guy. Sorry, I'm
going off on a whole other tangent.
I'm a sound guy. No, Klutch is curious too.
Yeah, he was. I saw the curiosity in his eyes.
Well, you can see I've got guitars behind me as well. I don't think I'm quite as addicted as you, but that's cool still nonetheless.
Yeah, I think I have about 15 guitars now.
Awesome.
That's just a few of them.
Nice. Actually, I see. Oh, here, William Taylor's given us a better description of Polycounts. It's like
good.
His tone patch. The more detail, the more threads. That makes perfect sense to me. There you go. Boom. Need more cowbell. No kidding. All right, that's awesome, man. What was the last mod you put out? Was the Ranchero, or did you put something else out since then?
The Ranchero, I think, was the last one. Yeah.
Ranchero. Do you have anything coming up that we don't know about yet?
So I'm working on the 1960 Ford 4x4 pickup truck.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
Yeah.
Actually, let's bring this up. I think you have a picture of that, don't you? Somewhere on your page.
Yeah.
Should grab that. Where is, if you can find her here?
That's kind of the big one I've been working on lately.
Did I see it recently?
I love how my page turned into not only farm sim, but just like old car pictures people post.
So this is the one you're talking about, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you'll be able to choose hubcaps, no hubcaps, white walls, black walls. Everything's going to be colorable. The interior. Choose your trim level, trim paint, two-tone. So.
That is awesome. So you got, looks like, is it a box on that red one as well? Like a wooden box back there you can put back there?
Oh yeah. So you have the option of just the wooden bedsides.
Yep.
Yeah, that added classic expense.
Of course. And so, sorry, what year is it? 64, you said?
60.
60, so that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Any engine options, or are we going with standard?
So usually, I mean, if you looked at most of my mods, I'll go in and try and do accurate engine options for the trucks. So that's why you'll go in and it'll be like, oh, 289 with 300 horsepower, or whatever it might be, whatever it would have come from the factory. So this will have the optional engines that it would have come with in 1960. And then usually I'll add like a high horse crate motor as well.
Yeah. Okay. So you make it kind of authentic in that sense. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I do know. Yeah. The Ranchero feels fairly authentic. Like it definitely is not overkill on the power. I noticed when I'm going up the hill in Susquehanna, I have some issues with dragging my 16 crates of things I probably shouldn't be doing. I do have to ask though, what is this? What are you
So that was a picture I found. I've considered building this. Like I said, I have the models to build this. So I think it looks cool. Some people were really against it. And then I thought, well, that would be something I'd build in real life. So anything I could build in real life, I'd want to put in game.
I laughed. I was scrolling through the Facebook feed the other day, and I'm like, "What is he posting? What is this thing? This is awesome."
Well, if you're in the farm sim community, and you see a post like that, you know it probably came from my page.
I was gonna give you one suggestion on something. What would it take? I don't know. Let's see if I can find it. I might have to go a long way. I don't know how far I'm gonna find this thing. But what's the fastest way to find the tractor on your page? Do I have to search it?
Oh god,
that's what it's basically
that's
built
an old
on.
One.
Yeah,
it's on the main.
Well, it's on the main
picture of
the
my
banner
page.
actually.
Like
it's
on the banner.
Let's see if I can. Oh, don't do that, Klutch. No,
there's my shell.
There we go. There it is, right at the top.
Yeah, tractor.
I wonder if what would it take to get that to the mod hub? I think that would probably go over fairly well with some people, to be honest with you. Just have a ridiculous tractor. I mean,
yeah.
You made that one. You're pretty much responsible for that, or is that one a collab with anybody?
That was still pretty early on when I started. So that's a tractor that was in game that I put the cab on. So it was it was blending together two models. But I get a lot of people that don't like that model. And the funniest thing to me is that was based off of a real tractor that a guy built.
Yep. You sent me the picture of it.
Yeah, there's a YouTube video if you look up. I think it was on the farm show, C70 Tractor. But it was just for fun.
I think it's hilarious. I mean, I've actually used it more than I ever thought I would, just because it's kind of ridiculous, but it's fun to use. And it's not like you didn't make it so it's like a 10,000 horsepower or anything. It's an authentic. You left it with the tractor engine, and it's slow and it has horrible brakes. And I don't know. I think it was ingenious. It's hilarious. I mean, every time I stream, I swear I don't know if it's just you, but I get a ton of requests to use it. So.
Yeah, that's me. I have a whole bunch of different YouTube accounts.
Yeah, exactly. I kind of want to see one that I almost wanted to go in and edit the XML just a little bit. It's going to maybe if I just put like 1,000 horsepower in this one night and make this thing go like super fast, and I'll launch it in and no one will be suspecting it. And all of a sudden you'll see the tractor fly across screen. I think that'd be pretty fun. But anyway, this thing it's awesome.
Yeah, I have an unreleased update for that one that I've had for a couple months. I've been sitting on, but we'll see.
Anyways, the tractor's awesome. I think that's a cool idea. I mean, you come up with some pretty original ideas with all your mods. So, I mean, we were talking about. I think the useless mod of the week was the boat that came in the mod hub that doesn't do absolutely anything. I was like, it's got a boat, but at least it holds liquid. Like, why can't you just hold liquid, right? That's not that difficult.
That's the liquid transport right there on your page.
There you go. They can hold stuff. That's what matters.
I love it.
Rob's liking it. There you go. Memorable break.
Well, could we just drop like a TLX Titan engine in it? I got one of those to go over 2,000 miles an hour yesterday.
Oh yeah. It would just take the XML coding for the transmission and everything.
Oh
Perfect.
man.
Yeah. We could do an engine swap.
There we go. Ethan said 82 Studio. Okay, use mods. Titan X Tractor. There you go. I'd love to see.
That'd be funny.
You know what? I'm all for comedic effect. That's all right. Trying to break the game every once in a while is all good, but it's a fun mod to mess with.
Yeah.
I do have one quick question for you, actually. So I noticed actually on the landscaping shop you did, and then I'm looking back at the fuel station on this page here as well. How did you do the neon lights for that? Where did you get that from?
Well, so the neon lights, you do them just the same way that, excuse me, that you would do a taillight on a truck. So basically, the way Giant's editor works is you just have to paint essentially a piece of the vehicle or building with a vertex paint in Blender, and then you're able to assign lights to it in Giant's editor. So those are just pieces of the building that I had put into Blender, painted with that vertex paint, which is what will allow them to glow in game, and then brought them back into Giant's editor. Then they just work like a standard light. So it's fairly easy.
When you put that fuel station out, I remember it kind of blew up a little bit on some of the sites I was watching it, because they're like, you put them in this kind of a skybox setting where it's in the evening. I'm like, yeah, those things just pop, like the LED lights. And then you sent me over like, hey, I was just working on this little landscaping thing here. You may want it. And it's like yards by Klutch. And I was like, oh man, this is awesome. As soon as it goes dark, you get these bright green neon letters that go up on the shop and it says yards by Klutch. I was like, how on earth did you do that? It looks so good.
Yeah.
But that old fuel station, that looked really good too. I love the neon lighting. I mean, it fits right in with the rest of the mods you make, of course, right?
Yeah, I do everything for fun. So that was just another fun thing. I hadn't seen many people do neon lights, or at least publicly released items with neon lights. So
I can't think of anyone else that's done it. Yeah, I think you might have been one of the first for sure. I might have missed some, but I didn't see any. I don't know, DJ, did you see anything with neon lights before ever?
Man, do you think I've seen anything with neon lights?
I said I can't think of it.
Yeah, I think
maybe make like a flicker, like a little bit of a flicker on one of them, so it'd be like authentic, right?
There you go. That would be cool.
That's pretty darn cool, man.
Is there a better way? Let me think here. I'm so bad with Facebook. What's the best way to see like all your mods, Glenn?
Maybe even on Mod Network, because it just has a picture of the mod with.
Let me do that. I'll bring that up here on this side. We'll bring it on up. That might be the best way, because you've got quite a few over the course of the last year for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think I used all of them on one of my videos.
Yeah, so like I said, I started back in April, and I started with my buddy Mark, who had approached me and just said, hey, I make mods under the name J&M Farms. And then he wanted to start a Facebook page with me. So we started making mods for a long time, and then he ended up leaving Facebook. So it's like a lone wolf. And then I got my admin and moderators help me out. But
okay.
Somebody was saying Goggle Pops. So he said he almost put underglow on his mowers. He did put underglow on his mowers. I think that's the only thing I could think of that's like multicolor anything in Farm Sim, though. That's the only thing.
There we go. Oh, you got the rusted series too. This was actually kind of an interesting one, I thought. So these rusted out old pieces of equipment, you've done quite a few of these. Like there's like maybe half a dozen or so you've done now.
Yeah, there's quite a few. I haven't done them in a while, but yeah.
It's kind of an interesting idea, because if you want something, especially in the role play side of things for Farm Sim, to have an old piece of rusted equipment, that's a great idea as well. I think I've used this big text a few times, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm. It was originally an Expendables mod. A lot of these earlier ones, like I said, were just edits, especially like the rusty ones. But that's big too. If you're editing, try and contact the person that originally released them, and just make sure you give credit. That's the best advice I give anyone.
Yeah,
we definitely know somebody from Expendables, that's for sure.
No, we don't, do we? We don't, do we?
Oh yeah,
82 studios in the chat there.
Just like one guy. Oh, you're passing the tractor. Come on, man. People want to say it.
Oh, we want to see the tractor, do we? I'm just worried about the ads that constantly come up on the side that are really loud and obnoxious. There we go. Go
like
away.
That one.
Yeah.
I can do a voiceover if you need to. I just need some context.
Well, the problem is it comes out, the audio is in the same channel.
Voiceover for the tractor.
Is this version 2? I don't know if I have version 2 or not.
If your windows get dirty and you can't see through them, then you have version 1.
I have version 1. I have version 1. I definitely have version 1.
Just click download.
I could. I will for sure.
Download
this
it
is the
over.
other thing. So you always do this as well, which makes me like it gives me a little giggle inside because every time I show up on your Facebook and you have a new mod released, you have like the old school write up of the mod. Nobody does that. That's so cool. Like look, it's like out of an old newspaper. I don't know. Like, did you pull any of them out of like actual old newspapers and just switch things up? Because it seems like some of the write ups are authentic.
So some of them, like if it's an actual vehicle,
yeah,
I'll use a lot of the information that they have from that real original ad. But some of them, I'll completely get rid of whatever's in that ad and just write up something that I think is funny.
I think the 47 John Deere, you had one on that one, I believe, right? See if it's still there.
I'm sure I did. Yeah.
It sounds like one. This was a good old tractor too. For old school tractors, I think if you're on PC, this is a fun tractor to drive around.
Thanks, 82.
Did you work with 82 on this one too? Or is this one on you?
No.
He's still creeping, throwing his praises out. So I'm just like, ooh, let's show that one. Ooh, let's show that one.
Yeah, on all my releases at the end, I say, thanks for your support. You're all okay in my book. So
I like that.
Oh, that's why he keeps saying it. Okay.
Yeah,
there you go. Oh, I could see that. I don't know who did that one, but just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying. A lot of cool stuff out here.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. You know what? Let's just bring that up. Let's just sit there and take a look.
I always have to say, after your building Klutch, I took more of a focus on trying to make really low megabyte mods. So yours was probably the last of the heavy-handed megabyte mods. Yeah.
But there's so much detail inside. I mean, I remember when you were. So for those who are not aware, I had Glen give me a hand with this. Basically, build it all. Him and Elk Mountain Nation built the shop for me. And so I just didn't really have a clue. I just said, you know what, just come up with something that's kind of like Jay Leno's garage is what I said. Something like that we could just kind of go inside and mess around with stuff. If you could do that, that'd be cool. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. And all of a sudden, I don't know if it was like a light bulb goes off or what it was. It's like, oh yeah, I got that. I'm like, okay. So a couple weeks go by. I'm like, so are we still working on this project? What's going on? And he sends me like just a couple little tiny screenshots, teasers. And I'm like, what is that? What am I looking at here? This is ridiculous. Like the textured floor, like just like my little logo sitting in corners someplace. I'm like, what are you working on? What are you doing in there? And finally, if you guys have probably seen the whole shop by now, but there's just so much detail everywhere. And I didn't even catch half of it until like, for instance, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, we played the piano and I realized what you'd put into the piano.
Oh yeah.
This is like 3 or 4 months after the fact that you've done this thing. Like just little details. I'm still catching on to half the inside jokes.
I thought you knew that one.
I didn't. Well, I heard it. I just thought it was like I didn't catch what the song was. So I let it play like the first couple bars. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I can play the piano. That's awesome. I didn't realize what the song was until like 3 weeks ago. And I did it. It was live in stream when I'm playing it, and I don't know if like I think chat was like, watch my head kind of explode all of a sudden is what you were doing.
That was a good moment in history.
Yeah. We tried to have fun with that one. There's even a I don't know what it would be, 1/8 scale model of the tractor on your table in there.
It's so good. Yeah.
Can't get away from that.
Well, someone was saying that, so that was one of the higher poly count areas of the shop itself. They're like, yeah, the shop's not so bad. Like there's definitely high poly count areas. But then all of a sudden, that model of the tractor that's on there, it's like that their part is like half the mod itself is just the tractor inside the shop on this little model.
Yeah, that was like a 25 megabyte model. To be fair, I thought this was I didn't plan on ever really releasing it. And then you said, we should release it. And I said, okay. So it was more meant for like your high-end computer and pictures and whatever you wanted it for. So
yeah. Well, it runs perfectly smooth for me. I don't really have any issues with that. That being said, I typically have a lot more mods that I have problems with. But
I will say the DB120 that I recorded the video for today, a little laggy. It's a 900K on water and a 3090 and 128 gigs of RAM. A little laggy, just a little bit.
Out there.
Not too bad.
So you're taking a bit of a break for a little bit, Glenn? Is that what you're saying?
Probably not long. You know, and I'm always trying to run on the
married. I mean, so that should be like maybe a weekend off, I guess.
Yeah, I'll tell her that.
Let her know the community is only expecting. Actually, we didn't talk about the Homer.
I remember you sending me this when it released.
So many questions. What? Oh, Oh, hang on a sec. That's loud and annoying. Oh, come on.
Oh, we can't hear it. No, we're good.
Yeah.
Just keep going. Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's a little copyright stuff going on there.
That's all right.
Obviously, for those who don't watch The Simpsons, you don't get the reference, but it's a Simpsons car. Where'd you get the model for this? This is crazy. It's like, is it taken right out of like one of the Simpsons games or something?
Oh no, I I had found the model on sale somewhere. I can't remember where I found that one. I feel like I have a stack of models, but I grew up on The Simpsons, and I do stuff every now and then just to be funny. Like you probably saw the robot I put in game from Lost in Space. That just be goofy.
Yeah.
But yeah, people they really hate this one.
Well, I know you get the odd one. It's like, this doesn't belong in Farm Sim. I don't want this.
Yeah.
But, like, people still download this stuff and play with. I know I've messed with this for a bit. I know there's a bunch of people in the community that have messed with the car. You know what? There's nothing wrong with this kind of stuff. It's no one else has done this, and it's just something different and goofy. Whatever, do your thing. It's all good, man. Keep on doing it. I love it.
It's just fun. You know, it's funny. I'll release 98 normal mods and one Homer, and they'll talk about the Homer.
Of course they will. Of course they will. I mean, look at all these old trucks you got here. I think we did like one where we built like a used car dealership of sorts, and we just slapped a bunch of old farm trucks in. I think I had like all your mods at the time on the server. There's just so many of them. I didn't realize how many you had until I started scrolling through this. Like, it's all old vehicles, all these old trucks.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you were involved with this one too. The 97 Chev. That's interesting.
Yeah, I had went through and pulled that truck back into Blender and made the tailgate work and everything like that. So if you ever find that with a working tailgate, most likely it's based off of the one that I had edited as well. But I didn't do that original mod, and I can't think of who did the original one on that one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's just a lot here. Actually, I don't know. Some of them I haven't downloaded yet either. Uh-oh. I won't tell you which ones. You don't have the Lost in Space guy on your lawnmower on Mod Hub yet, or Mod Network yet, it looks like.
Oh, I haven't released that yet because I'm afraid it'll become the useless mod of the week next week.
Those mods are only allowed to be Mod Hub mods.
Mod Hub. I don't think it would be useless though if it cuts grass. I'm not going to call it useless.
If it actually works, it's fine. It's safe.
Let's see. It's on your Facebook page or somewhere, right? I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Bring it up. No. How do I bring it up on Facebook? It's in pictures. Probably the best way.
If it gives you an option for photos.
I suck with Facebook. I'm not gonna lie. There we go.
If you
media. I saw it in media. I did see it here earlier.
There you are.
There he is. I don't know where you come up with this, but it kills me every time. And you send me the picture. I'm like, hey, I got something I'm working on. And you sent me the picture of this. I'm like, I don't know why I would need this, but I guess if I was doing a Lost in Space theme role play, yeah, we could do it.
You never know. Just got to get the ship.
Oh, here you go. Redneck meets robot. You won't believe what happens next. ... There you go. See,
there you go.
I just made the title already. All y'all got to do is do it.
Oh,
you know what? I'll let DJ run with that one.
Heck no, that is not my play style. I cannot make a video of them like, but what's the purpose? There's no point.
Oh God, we'll get rid of all that.
But it's cool. Should we get his input on some of the things that did come out this week on Mod Hub?
Sure. We don't have too much to go over, but we actually had a pretty good week in the grand scheme of things.
We had a nice week this week. We had a good week. I have my top 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
Like we were talking about this before stream. It sounded like it wasn't a great week, but then we started going through the mods that came out this week. And I'm like, there's actually quite a few good mods this week.
I had 9 mods on my top 5 list. I got it down to 6. Yeah. Spectacle Island came out. It's the best map ever.
And
you should definitely go rate it 5 stars.
I agree with that. 100%. Right now, it's worth 5 stars.
The work that he put in alone is worth 5 stars. He changes the game again. You don't like all this crap? Cut down the little trees. Too much for you? Cut down one post. Boom. It's all gone. Same thing with the trees and the fields. A lot of the fields on this island right here, full of trees. Annoying? Whatever. Go cut down one sign or all of them. Whatever.
Are you going to go cut down every single tree on this map again like you did last time?
I'm going to start with Klutch Memorial Island as well.
Klutch Memorial Island. Oh, wow. That brings me back.
Save spectacle. Get that crap out of here.
Save spectacle.
Anyway, so this is out now. It's an incredible map. Glenn, you had a coffee cup this whole time. Come on.
He's got the coffee cup. He keeps on threatening to send me those.
Yeah, he says he doesn't want them.
I will take a box of them. Send them on.
Shipping to Canada sucks. That is the problem.
Yeah. Well, I'll drive it up there.
Okay, that's all right. I'll be for a coffee.
So this map looked really cool. I haven't played it yet, but I saw some YouTube videos of it. Looks very good.
It's pretty tight. And somebody's already released a video of where all the gold is. Farmer Manu, who was a tester for this map, which is very awesome. Next.
I love finding his gold. That's such a cool idea.
Yeah. Jet350.
That's 350. You know what? Great mod.
It's cool.
I love it. It's a fun mod. It's nice to see. I was off on my stream. I actually pulled up to it. I thought for sure the Ford. I'm like, oh, how do they get the Ford logo into the mod hub?
It says lizard in it. They are updating this right now. Not this one. Sorry, there's other modders that are doing the F250 and the F1000 with the Ford logo for PCs, but I just don't know if they're going to let it through. They've been in testing once already. Regardless, it's very cool. I said that the 350 was never available in a Raptor version, which is what this logo is. And someone immediately sent me a picture. They're like, nope, F350 Raptor right here. And I'm like, that's cool Ford right there. Don't tell mom I said that, but that's cool Ford. There is I don't know if there's a bit of controversy. It's kind of like underlined controversy right here, but let's just say download this if you don't have it already. Moving on. A pressure washer you can take anywhere? Are you serious?
No, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
This is the same guy that did the goggles that we talked about.
I know.
And he's so nice to the channel. He's such a kind person. He let me have early access to the screenshots of this. I didn't get to have it, but he gave me access to the screenshots early on.
It makes me laugh every time I see it.
It's so cool. By the way, there's a teaser right here of something he's currently working on.
Ooh.
Yeah, you see that? It's like a little reddish, purplish.
Interesting.
Yeah. Moving on. Glenn, anything on this? Would you use this to clean your stuff?
Yeah, definitely. But I'll probably turn it into like an old garden hose.
I love it.
I'll make a rusty edition
everywhere.
Yeah,
I love it.
Very nice.
This came out today. Now, my wording of it, I think, was a little bit different than what it actually is, and I'm probably gonna have to go back. I'm probably gonna have to go back and change the title of my video earlier. This is the Amazon Systems Sunius.
Sunius.
I don't know. If I don't know how to say something, I just search Miss Silly P's videos and see how he said it. I'm like, well, if nobody told him how to say it wrong, then I'm gonna say it the way he did it.
Smart move.
And unfortunately, my video came out first today, so he said it the same way I did. Yeah.
There you go.
Anyway,
you win.
So this is cool because what it does allows you basically do everything in one pass. There's a front mounted like seed tank. Then you have a cultivator, which can also have a seed tank on it or fertilizer. Then there is 3-point hitches on the back where you could hook up baby planters or seeders. And then you can run a roller on the back of that, which has another trailer hitch on it. And it's neat. But here's
it's ridiculous.
The issue that I have, and it's an existent one, is there's a seed/fertilizer tank on this cultivator. And why didn't the cultivator just do the things? Code it. It's one line. I can do it. Come on.
Yeah.
Anyway,
would Giants have an issue with that?
No, they released it. I don't know. Also,
the cultivator did that. That's what I'm saying. If that was coded into that.
That I'm not sure. Also, I know that they did not change the colors at all on this on the Amazon. So anyway, it's neat. Check it out on my video that I did earlier today. Mr. Silly P did a video on it. He explained it with different terminology than I did. I think I get it. But after watching his video, I was like, wait, did I talk about that? Anyway, it's cool. Check it out. I'm sure it not only opens up you to do this mod the way it's supposed to that you see here,
yeah,
but you've also got a 3-point hitch here.
You got
3-point hitch here.
Yeah.
You have a trailer hitch over here. I think we could probably, somebody's going to take this and be like, okay, well, I'll put the fertilizer spreader on the front. We got lime in the middle. Then we got a cultivator. Then I put my Uncle Bob on like the middle part of the back. And then I got this other thing.
You'll do it all. You just make it a Frankenstein of a machine. That's all.
It just allows you to take what's in game and do more with it. It's magic. Glenn, what'd you think?
I like it. And that was the first time I heard there's an Uncle Bob option for the back, too.
We're gonna throw that in there, see if anybody caught it.
Yeah.
I almost spit my coffee out.
Yep.
Oh, man.
It is real neat. It's just cool. It changes the game. Maybe not the entire mod by itself will appeal to everyone, but maybe this cultivator roller in the back will. Maybe this cultivator right here does. Maybe the 3-beater spreaders. Anyway, 92 or
that's all that matters right there. Yeah, move on to modding.
The 9020 series came out this week, and it is nice.
Yeah, I was surprised. I mean, we've been watching this for a while, so it's not. I think we're not surprised to see it now, but I'm just another Sid modding mod, of course. Yeah,
Sid modding, John Deere. It's beautiful. It's amazing. I don't know if I'd say it's perfect, but
I'm just glad to see it now. If we can get the 120 out at the same time as this, and do we want to talk about that? Oh, we got something.
Sure,
to talk
yeah.
about first.
Yeah, hang on.
Oh, okay, you're on top of it. Never mind.
Yep.
Oh, we're just watching your video. You have a video on the 120 already?
I mean, it's not out yet.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Hang on.
How this is.
Hang on. I gotta go about this the long way. Don't show my screen. Don't show my screen.
I didn't.
All right, hold up.
What are you showing now?
Oh, am I logged in on this account? Oh,
you can't do it now.
All right, well, I guess we just gotta wait till tomorrow to see it.
All right.
Anyway, I have recorded a video of the DB120 already.
DB120 and that John Deere. That's gonna be a nice setup to have.
This is the DB90. The 120, a little bit rough. PC version DB120. I have the version that's going to Mod Hub.
But you're saying it's still a little bit intense to use, I guess.
Yeah. I think maybe there'll be a few optimizations, but supposedly nothing's changed. So
okay,
just saying. Right. Tiger Mate came out this week as well. At the end of the day, it is a 18-meter cultivator. Yep. But it's also from custom modding, and the detail is stupid.
Yeah, he's up the game for sure on that one.
Yeah.
But 600 horsepower. Oh.
So I was able to run it with about a 450 horsepower tractor, but it was flat.
Oh, okay. Was it the full size? You got the full size one, of course, too, right? Not. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Right. So it's neat. I like case equipment. I like all kinds of equipment.
All right. I'm in. I'll use it.
And then I have the actually we don't, I guess, have any new PC mods.
Nothing crazy with PC mods this week. It was actually relatively quiet. If you check out Mod Network on their trending list, there's nothing that's really new there, to be honest with you. This week was kind of just a quiet week all in all. Glenn didn't put out any mods this week. I'm blaming it on Glenn.
No, it's his fault.
Sorry.
If there were PC only mods that came out this week, but there wasn't really anything that was
new or noteworthy. Yeah, it wasn't nothing crazy.
We did get something that's the opposite of a useless mod, though. It is useless, but in a great way. Simul Agri released the bird scarer. Get out of here, birds! I have a t-shirt that says get out of here, birds. That's my thing.
They should have slow slapped your face on the top of that thing with your shirt on.
This is the most annoying sound on earth. It is terrible. And then they got a little thing and it's like, hey guys, it's make him yellow. Oh, it's terrible.
I wish they would have put your face on the top of it. That would have made my day. Somebody's
got to be able to do that. Can anybody?
They just wanted to scare the birds, though.
Yeah, Glenn, what are you doing later tonight? Can you got 30 minutes to put my ugly face on something? At least it's not K-Bot's face on a tanker. That was bad. That was real bad.
That was fantastic. So good.
Well, whatever. And upcoming mods.
We have the DB120 we talked about.
Yep. And the Beetle, which is still in testing.
I'm surprised that didn't get through this week. I thought
it's in testing every day except for Wednesday, I think.
Yeah, I thought we were going to see it this week.
I don't know. See, there was another mod that I didn't put on there. The Map Italia, the Italian map.
Okay.
It is having to be reworked. Okay. Said I wasn't going to throw anybody under the bus. Mod makes extremely high detail quality maps. We can agree with that. They're amazing. It's not my style, but they're detailed. His light version of Map Italia made my computer scream bloody terror. And it was not happy at all. And I jumped out because I couldn't get over 30 FPS. It played awful. God. Now, granted, I'm playing max settings as high as you can go at 4K and unlocking up to 144 hertz. I could not get barely more than 30. Oof. So I just, yeah. Anyway, supposedly the map is having to be redone by one of the console people that's working on FS22. And basically it said that once they're done with their job, their console work for FS22, then they'll do this because it has to have, something has to be done to it that you can only have done via console, like control modding kind of thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Yeah, right. That's a thing. Alex, your face was also just as terrifying as K-Bot. We should never, ever forget that day. Love you, brother.
I haven't showed that off in a long time, to be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah.
That was something we should probably look at again because
I mean,
David does this stuff.
Did you see the truck on my stream yesterday?
No, I missed it.
He took the new Phoenix that he's doing and did Nitro Blue and said 150,000 subs. DJGoHam Gaming, congratulations on the side of it with the logo everywhere. It's so cool. It was so cool, man. I had a hard time not. It was cool. It was cool.
I do have one thing we could quickly talk about. Now, this is FS22. I don't know how many of you have you talked anything about new mods coming for FS22? Anyone working on mods for FS22 at all?
Slowly, people are starting to do stuff. You talk about MRG?
No, Polycounts sent me a quick video of a little video, and he wanted me to talk about it a little bit.
We talking about Rock or Taz?
Taz.
Okay, Taz. I know him, but I don't know.
Yeah, so it's it's just a prepare. This map was originally supposed to be coming for FS19, like 6 months, 9 months, or something like that down the line. It sounds like now it's going to be pushed back and come out for FS22 is the plan. Now, it's interesting to see people already working on this stuff. So I don't know much more about the details on this map yet. Like I said, we just have, oops, wrong one. Bring this in there. It's a very quick, there's some videos out on it. Let's see if I can find a better clip of the whole valley that they've built so far. You know what, the map, I was actually talking to Polycount about this. And I was like, you know what, this map looks like it's almost ready to go right now. I'm surprised that we're going to wait it off. So, but it's like, there's just a lot of fine details they want to push off onto it. And they want to release it closer with Farm Sim 22, it sounds like. So anyways, there's already people working on stuff, which is crazy to think about. Let's see, is there a better valley shot? I thought there was on this little video I got sent. Yeah, let's take a quick look. Anyways, I'm impressed with it. It looks like a nice looking valley. There's a whole valley. I think I got a screenshot I could probably share as well here. I can bring this over. Go blammo. There was the valley that they had planned for this. It looks like a cool map. Curious to see how this all turns out. We'll have more details as time comes on, hopefully, but I just wanted to quickly show this off. See if I can get the name of the modder right on this one, because it's not a modder that I'm familiar with that much. Let's see here.
So it's not Polycount Taz?
No, let me see here. It's Orkel or Orkel. Orkel?
I'm not
right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Hey, it was a DJGoHam video. Nice.
Did I get that right? He's streaming on Twitch right now. Polycount, you can probably drop a link in there. So share me a link on over here on Discord, and I can share it in chat. But anyways, it's a fantastic looking map. Yeah, it looks like an interesting, different style of map, like into your mountainous valleys. I think it's kind of cool, and it's interesting to see people already starting to work on stuff for FS22 as soon as it gets announced. Yeah. Glen, you're gonna be moving on to FS22, obviously, right?
Yeah, I'm sure I will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. So how long did it take you very long to like understand the engine for FS? Like I'm assuming Giant's engine, like the actual engine, how much different is it going to be? I wonder. I don't even have a clue what to think of that.
Hopefully it's significant enough to warrant a release of the game, which I'm excited about 2022. But as a modder, I hope it doesn't change things too much for me.
Man. I know like the actual modding, the modding edge and the Giants editor changed quite a bit from 19 to 20 or 17 to 19. I'm just wondering if we're going to see the same change or not. Who knows? I don't know. I don't have an answer for you on that, unfortunately.
I haven't done my official interview with Giants yet because we just don't know enough. There's no point to do it right now. So I don't have any information on modder stuff.
Yeah. Well, so hopefully we'll find out in the next few months, weeks, maybe even potentially. You never know, right?
We'll get there. What is happening over the next days, weeks, and months? We've got a few things happening. Yeah. Time for talking points.
we really need to name this thing. This is
so smooth, baby.
Wow,
so smooth. The first talking point has nothing to do with any of us.
Hey,
not a bit. Happy birthday, Hamburger! Got a birthday tomorrow.
Hey, happy birthday, buddy.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. This song isn't copyrighted, but I miss Golden Corral, and it's going to be your birthday tomorrow.
How do you mute DJ on here?
And me, shut up.
No. I have been asking that for about 5 months now.
I'm going to be done with work. Next Friday's my last day of work. You know what? That was a great clap. You tried, Klutch. You let me down, man. Come on.
Happy early retirement.
I'm jealous. I am so jealous of you.
Yeah, but the problem is then I'm just going to start working more
there
on YouTube. Yeah. Granted,
I know.
I'll probably just keep my same schedule. I'm just going to have Fridays off, which would be nice.
I'm out.
Actually, you know what? On Fridays, I'll probably be working with my old high school that I went to, helping with their band and the drum line. So,
wow.
Yeah.
That's something.
No, they're not very well off. It's a pretty. I use the same pair of drumsticks for 3 years on drumline there, and a solid high school drumline needs to have like a new, like basically the last set that you had from the previous year at band camp, and then a new set at the start of the season, and then another new set halfway through the year. So I'm going to try to help those guys out and support the drumline as much as I can. New heads, new sticks. Give the kids the opportunity to have a special thing that I never got to enjoy, which was new stuff.
Well, speaking of which, I haven't seen the DJGoHam drum set out lately.
It's been packed up for a month.
Disappointed.
I think I put that on Instagram. Come on, man.
Well, when you reveal it, you got to do a drum roll.
Yeah, there we go. We need to see a whole drum set up again.
Yeah.
It used to be back in the back, wasn't it? Like right behind you originally?
No, it was never in this room. We did it for the 12-hour stream, and that was it.
Okay.
Now, in the new studio, actually, this setup will not be in the new studio because the new studio is going to be the second channel. It's going to be the live stream rig. They'll have the drum set in there. I'll have that board, like the 32-channel mixing board that I don't need. I'm going to have it in the room. It's actually going to be a recording studio. And then I'll have an office where I will have the iMac, the editing rig right there, the normal stuff. And then this setup will turn into the ingest system for doing videos and anything else that needs to happen. So this is where I'll upload content. And then I have another computer that I'll
So you're going to be going to your
from
second job into the hallway across the room to the next room in your house to go do your other second job, and then come back to do your third job at a different room. Am I hearing that right?
There's a third room, but I don't have any jobs in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have basically I'll have a recording studio, and then I'll have an office. And the office will have windows, and the recording studio will not. So I'll be able to edit, and I'll be able to make Farm Sim News in a room that there's windows. So I'll know that the outside world exists because I don't know what exists in this room.
Are you gonna get a butler for your mansion? Rob wants to know.
It's not a mansion; it's a compound. And no.
All right. Well, good luck with that.
No, I'm going to be the only person living there, and it's going to be super creepy if I hear something. I'll hear like a creak upstairs. I'll yell, "Hello!" And you hear it's just me. Okay.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Wait a minute. Go away.
All right.
It's just me.
That's all I got. I'll start moving in 2 weeks. So I will be indisposed on Friday nights, Saturdays, and Sundays starting in 2 weeks for the following 3 weeks.
All right.
It'll be good for the Farm Sim Show. Speaking of,
it's Thursday next week, right?
Thursday, yeah.
Thursday, mark it down your calendars.
May 6th. Currently, we are trying to get Farmer Cop on there. He has not confirmed yet.
He's in chat, I saw.
We changed the date on him. Let's see. Has he responded? He did respond. He said, sadly, he's going to be at work that day.
Oh.
So we'll have to get him
then. He's dead to us then. That's all right. We'll find somebody else.
Farmer Cop, why are you going to do this to us live like this?
On that, thanks, Glenn, for hanging out with us today, buddy. Appreciate
Thank you so much for having me.
Keep up the good work. I can't wait to see some more crazy old school mods coming out. I'm a fan, so I will be downloading and playing with them all. So, folks, if you're looking for Glenn's Facebook page, it's down in the description on my channel for sure. I don't think DJ was proactive enough to put it on his, but that's par for the course.
Yeah. Check. Yeah, check my descriptions. I have a link to the OK Use Mods Facebook page.
Oh, did he do it? Oh, he did it.
And I've had the link to go download our thing. Yeah. I'm being proactive here. All right.
Okay, I can't. I got to take all those bad things I said about him back.
Oh, trust me, you don't have to take them all back.
I tried.
Some of them are still true. All right.
Anyways, cheers to you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. DJ, any final thoughts?
That is it for today. Hope you enjoyed. Drop a like all across the board. Get subscribed. Go check out Glen OK Use Mods. Go give him some downloads. Check out Mod Network. They tried to get me to say that, but I just gonna say it anyway because it's a good place to be.
They easy PC mods downloads. There you go.
That was super cringy.
Well said.
Glenn, you got any final thoughts, Glenn?
That's it. Thank you so much for having me, guys.
Anytime,
really appreciate it.
Welcome in here. Thanks again, folks. Cheers to you. We'll see you later on this week. We may stream tonight. We'll see if you're around. Maybe you check us out in the live stream. Other than that, have a great weekend and stay safe out there. We'll see you next week.
See you.
There's a thing I got to click here. Where's the thing?
Yep. This is the.
I found it.
The Sim Show.